What's up, everybody? Good morning. Day after the show. Like I said, I promised I was gonna cook up a bunch of stuff for baby girl because I didn't get to do it all prep. So we are here. She finally woke up.
I'm gonna make a mess.
No, she looks like the most beautiful woman in the world. But we have all this good stuff in front of us. What do you think?
I'm so excited.
It's a lot of stuff. Just to name a few, we got cinnamon rolls. We got banana blueberry pancakes with butter pecan syrup. We got peanut butter pancakes, cheese omelets, Portuguese sausage. We have bacon. You know what that is?
No,
She's good. We got longanisa, the sweet longanisa. On top of that, you know, the pumpkin spice latte with almond milk, which I waited all prep to take. So I'm super excited about
Can
that.
they see this?
Why does it look that good?
Yeah, it looks so
Go
good.
ahead and show the camera then, without knocking the food over. Everything was scratch homemade.
He made this.
I waited all prep to cook.
Does it look like a mess?
No, you don't. Boom. Look at that. Just so you guys know, I got it from Target. Y'all want to try it? I think it's bomb.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I think it's bomb as hell. I think it's like $3 or $4. It was on sale, so not bad. And I do like iced coffee.
Thank you.
So, Wonder Woman. See?
Cheers.
Cheers to you, my love.
Is it good?
Just so everybody knows, I am a tanker. I don't babysit anything. Like, I will take it down one speed. So for all of you that don't know, we are gonna be doing our first Mukbang,
Bang.
Mukbang,
Mukbang.
whatever it's called. Basically, it's where we talk about a subject
And we eat.
at the same time. You all know the subject is gonna be bodybuilding already. So if you don't like it, get on out of here. You ain't about that fitness life. There's a door.
Get out.
But now we'll also be talking about life. But I am starving for everything, so I'm
Thank
gonna
you
dig
for making all of this.
right in. Anything for you. I can't tell you how long it's been that I had egg
You have
with
cheese
actual
in here.
yolk. Yeah, cheese omelet. It's been a good minute. So the show last night, you know, I really enjoyed the show. You know, Ray, Pebbles, they always put on such really good venues. You know, so I enjoy repeating and coming to their shows, you know, and having fun there. Meeting a lot of, you know, great people. Y'all make it worthwhile.
I haven't done any other shows. I've only did
Sean Ray.
Sean Ray.
So, but she will be doing it in April, Stingray, and she was asking me if I can do it with her. So,
Yeah.
you see, everyone knows I love a challenge. I never back down, and I never pull out, ever.
Well,
I
you
see it.
have. You had no choice, though. Because you got injured.
One show I pulled out of because I had ended up tearing my bicep. Very unfortunate.
Yeah.
So under circumstances, yes, I have pulled out. But normally, if I'm 100%, you know, physically healthy, and
Yeah.
there's nothing that will stop me.
Because you're strong.
We both messed up at the same time. I've waited all prep, like I said, to cook this gigantic breakfast.
Would you put regular peanut butter in there? Or do you need that?
$3.50. If y'all want to try it at home, I do recommend adding more water if you're going to use powdered peanut butter in your pancake batter. And also add more pancake batter if you're throwing any fruits such as bananas or anything like that, because without a lot of pancake mix or batter, the bananas will take up most, of the room and kind of be flimsy when you're cooking it. So more, more powder is better.
I don't know anything about baking.
Like I said, I mock food like no tomorrow. I can't wait to attack that.
I want that.
Alright.
We
But you-
didn't, but we should have made rice last night.
No, I didn't want rice
Oh, you didn't want?
because I have so many sources of carbs here, wheat and
Well-
everything like that.
I thought you wanted that. Yeah.
I can do that.
Another day?
Yes, another day, which I was gonna cook spam, but because we had so much other meats,
Yeah.
I chose to just leave that on the side for another day.
This is sweet, huh? A little bit.
Which one?
This.
I cooked it together.
Oh, that's why?
Yes,
That's why?
so I can keep it sweet.
A little sweet.
Like,
It's good,
I wanted
though.
to have that texture for it.
It's good.
Thank you. Like I was saying now, the off season has begun slowly. I'm not gonna dive in like this, the day after the show. I took it pretty easy last night. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did take it
You
pretty
did.
pretty easy last night. 2 cheesecake, well, not even 2 cheesecakes though,
It was like one total because you ate half of them.
pretty much. And that was like, what I wanted to right after. I actually didn't even get what I wanted after prep.
Yeah. That's why I was like, what? We're going to go there?
So
Because you were talking about it all
my
that.
number one, and this is actually the first time ever in Hawaii that after a show I did not have Zippies, which is weird, so maybe I'm starting a new trend, but normally my go-to is Zippy's Korean fried chicken, all mashed potatoes with a side of mac salad. That is my go-to. I also get a side chili moco, add onions, add cheese,
That
and
sounds so good.
extra rice. Like, that's normally my go-to, both of those. However, we ended up going to the Maui Brewing.
Yeah.
We had the nachos, ground beef nachos.
It was good.
I did have a loco moco. It was smaller than I expected it to be, though, the loco moco.
Good thing it was small because you didn't even finish it.
That's true. I didn't finish it. I did finish almost all the nachos,
Yeah.
which is, supposed to be, what, a
Huge.
starter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the nachos were big.
It's huge.
I finished maybe about 3/4 of my loco moco.
Uh-huh.
And then on top of that, I did have one cheesecake. So I bought 2 from Cheesecake Factory in Waikiki. I had the pumpkin pecan cheesecake, and then I had a regular strawberry cheesecake. And I pretty much had half of that. Yes. And then one of my good friends, we just halved it. He's about that cheesecake life too, that's why.
I had fish tacos. It wasn't that great. It was alright.
Funny story too. First thing that happens when her fish tacos comes out, I don't know why, but she goes, "Do you want some of my fish tacos?" I said, "Yo, I've been just eating fish and nothing else for the last 6.5 weeks. I'm not touching that for a while."
Well, I had to ask, maybe.
I just thought that was funny though. I tell you, if you guys haven't tried this pumpkin spice
Latte.
almond milk latte, it's $4, I think, with tax at Target. It is bomb. Literally, the brand is
Calvia.
yes,
Calvia.
Khalifa.
Khalifa.
It's Khalifa. It's orange. It looks just like this. Pumpkin spice latte. It is bomb. Like, I'm telling you, super bomb. You know what? Let me save my ace because
It's a little healthier than normal.
it is.
pumpkin
It's
spice.
literally, I think it's like 80 calories. Yeah, it's 80 calories. Has a total of 3 grams of fat, 12 grams of carbs, 10 grams of sugar. So it's a healthier alternative.
Yeah.
And they also have regular ones with just almond milk. They have black coffee, straight coffee, cold brew.
Yeah.
So it is a healthier alternative. Normally, we just make our own. Yeah.
Pancakes. So you want to switch
Normally-
it up so it's okay?
Sure. Normally we just make our own black coffee, and we normally buy like sugar-free creamers or whatnot,
Yeah.
or we use some type of keto bomb creamer. But
Oh my gosh, that was so good. I need to buy more.
Prep Pack, actually, you guys, if you do get tired of eating plain, unprocessed oatmeal, because sometimes I can eat it all the time. Don't get me wrong, that is my morning start. Egg whites, oatmeal.
And oatmeal.
Every single morning, doesn't change. There are some mornings where I get super tired of just plain unprocessed oatmeal. Throw a keto coffee creamer right aside. Just take 1 scoop.
Oh my god,
Boom.
so good.
Done as that.
Have you tried it iced before?
No, I haven't.
Well, it's good hot, but
So I'm not planning on going to the gym maybe for another half week
yeah, you can do
just to recover. Because starting Tuesday, I'm back in work again. So,
You don't even need syrup for the pancake. It's good.
oh really? She's just mopping it.
You can't even see it in the plate.
Later on this week, I'm going to be making Kahlua pig nachos, which is one of my favorite things to make. We do have the craziest concoction too. We like to buy a lot of movies,
Yeah.
a lot of DVDs. We own hundreds of DVDs. Let me tell you, we love movie time. That is what we do. We cuddle, we watch movies. So,
You're
where is it?
children.
Because this is something that you guys all need to try. This is our popcorn bucket. Yes, it is Star Wars. We actually got it from the theater. So what you guys do is you make your popcorn. You throw it in the bucket. You add your mochi crunch.
So we call it something else.
Mochi crunch.
Fotokaki.
Food
No,
o'clock.
wait, no.
What?
It's too early.
What? Mochi crunch. Kaki mochi.
That's what they call
Some
it.
people call it arari. Some people say arare. Some people say all kind of crap. Mochi crunch. That is what this is.
Mochi crunch.
So after the mochi crunch, though, this is what y'all need to do. Y'all need to add some Cheetos. Add the Cheetos. Let me tell you, it might sound weird, but try it. And then after that, y'all need to put on the finishing touches. You know what this is?
That's for
This is kaki mochi, huh? This is furikake. Put this on top.
Furikake.
Bomb.com. Don't knock it until you try it. Let me tell you, I thought the same thing.
You wanted the bigger nachos? I mean, Cheetos this time?
I did. So normally I go with the small ones. But it was 2 for $6. And I'm part Chinese.
Yeah.
So anywhere I can save money,
Super cheap.
I definitely will. I'm pretty cheap though. I'm the type of dude who will drive to a show instead of staying in a hotel.
That's a good thing.
And sleep in the back of the venue.
It's kind of like a good quality though, because you know how to save money.
If I don't see a need for something, I won't go for it blindly, you know,
Yeah.
or needlessly. It's not my thing.
Oh, except for shoes.
A good pair of shoes never wastes. Let me tell you, I have over 200 pairs of shoes.
Crazy.
Don't even get me started on my headwear either. Hats, I love hats.
Some of the blueberries sour.
Caramelized. They are caramelized, that's why.
It's good.
So I actually caramelized the blueberries and the bananas before I put it in the batter.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I missed your cooking.
It's been weeks since I cooked for her. Months.
Yeah.
It's been months. This is for you.
Thank
Now it is time for me to try my own concoction, which I haven't done in a while. What was the last thing I baked for you?
Oh, he made this dessert.
Everything is from scratch too.
Yeah. It was, I don't even know how to say it. Like an ice cream sandwich, kind of, right?
Oh shoot, yeah,
Yeah.
I did. So it was a cocoa pebble
Yeah.
ice cream
he
sandwich
made like Rice
with butter
Krispies
marshmallow. Yeah.
with the cocoa
What's the Rice Krispies? Oh.
flavor, right?
Mm-mm.
Yes.
What's the Rice Krispies?
Yeah.
No, Cocoa Pebbles.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah,
Same
Cocoa
thing,
Pebbles.
Whatever.
With the marshmallow
And
filling
then, so
and
he
ice
made
cream.
2 for the outside, and then he put ice cream in the middle, like a sandwich. It was so good. So good.
She's not a Fruity Pebble person like me.
Yeah, I like chocolate. I'm a chocolate kind of girl.
So, word to everybody out there. I don't normally go for Cocoa Pebbles or anything of that sort. Why?
Because you're allergic to chocolate.
I'm allergic to chocolate.
But you still eat it sometimes.
Mm-hmm. It depends.
You're not the only
Dark
person.
chocolate makes me, you know, break out a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Um,
Some people will take, what is it called? That medicine? Oh my god, why am I so slow this morning?
Benadryl.
Yeah, some people will take Benadryl purposely before they eat something they know they're allergic to.
Like me.
Like, what the heck?
The sad part is for everyone out there, and honestly, everyone who got me food last night for the show, like, I went home with dozens and dozens of donuts and
Oh man.
ube stuff. And ube stuff. Her phone is dying. Anyways, and ube stuff and what else was there? And Cinnabons and
cream
puffs, beard papas.
chocolates.
Oh, they did get me chocolates, like boxes of chocolate
Yeah.
by the dozens. You know, I want to thank everybody.
There's a lot.
Like, it was crazy. That support was unreal.
Yeah.
And they pretty much knew, whoever got me the donuts,
Oh
if
yeah.
you know who you are.
donuts.
They didn't give me any chocolate. It was all literally fruity donuts, which sound, I mean,
Fruity.
fruity donuts, you know, whatever.
He's a fruity
Strawberry. I am not a fruity guy.
You're such a fruity guy.
But amongst chocolate, I'm also allergic to
Pineapple.
pineapple. I know.
And that's my favorite. It sucks.
And I do think it's because of the acidity of it, which is weird because I can pound mangoes. No tomorrow. But mangoes is supposed to be just as acidic. Or even oranges. No, maybe it's just something in that acidity.
Yeah, maybe.
But after pineapple, the saddest thing ever, especially as a bodybuilder and as a local Hawaiian, I'm also allergic to seafood.
Yeah.
No joke.
I love shrimp.
I know what you're all thinking. No way, that's a lie. How can you be from Hawaii and allergic to basically what makes Hawaii what it is? Well, I just adapt to anything. I will eat it still. Let me tell you, poke, oh my God. I will pound that still.
Yeah.
I legit think they're like, wow, this dude's a fat ass. This dude literally just mopped 3 plates of shit.
There's a difference between a fat ass and a growing man.
So she's my woman. Yeah. Save that for you.
You gonna try that one? Or are you done?
Nope, not done yet.
I'll put it on here. People are gonna think I'm so slow.
She just woke up. I literally woke her up. I was like, get up now. I made breakfast. And we are vlogging.
Wait, you want to keep your plate there so you can put more stuff on it?
No, that's all right. But as far as Aloha Muscle goes, there was so much support and so much talent, The classes are just so, energetic and passionate.
Yeah.
Like, it was really inspiring. The support from the family, was amazing. So hopefully, more people would want to try it. Because I feel like some people are hesitant to put themselves out there, whether it's a bikini or physique, bodybuilding, because I know there's a lot of athletes.
Yeah.
A lot of dudes would like to pack on that size, and they're good, great size, big dudes, but they won't compete. Like, whether it's a block, whether they just don't want to, they just want to be a lifter. But hopefully, the way things are going, it opens up people's eyes. They give it a try, because everybody who's tried, for the most part, continued to do it. Yes.
Yeah.
It's unlike any other sport. It's super gratifying, especially stepping on stage and showcasing your hard work.
Yeah.
It's unlike anything else, and I'll tell you, one show and everyone wants another one. And they want another one, and they want another one. The diet sucks. Everybody knows it. Everybody loves carbs, That's just how it is. Everyone has a sweet tooth, even if they don't want to admit it. But the thing about it is limiting yourself. Because you don't crave something until you can't have it.
Yep.
You never wanted something bad until it's something that you can't attain.
Yeah.
So, like, for me, for example, like, I would train. The second I got hurt, the only thought in my mind was, wow, I could have took all that training and I could have pushed harder. Same thing like at show prep, like, everybody's backstage, oh, why didn't I push for that extra 30 minutes on the Stairmaster?
Yeah.
Oh, why didn't I, hit that extra 10 minutes in the sauna room? Why didn't I, spend that last Friday, actually doing legs like I was supposed to instead of sleeping? It happens, second guessing, questioning yourself all the time. But until it's something that you can't attain anymore, like, go back in time and hit those workouts, hit that cardio, you never wanted something that bad. So that's the only thing, because once you're able to have it, let me tell you, you're going to refeed right after the show, and you ain't going to crave what you were craving anymore. Like, it's that crazy. And you will go out and you will spend so much money on sweet things to have after the show, and once it's done, you will not even touch it. That's not me, though.
Bad.
That is not me.
I'm not eating all of
that. Okay, so before this show, Wait, hold up. Okay. So this show and this prep was unlike any other show or prep I had. This was the shortest to date. I stepped up to this show 6.5 weeks out. Everybody knows that. What they don't know is I was practically sitting at 14-15% body fat. I had love handles that could literally stretch.
No, baby.
Yes. So I came out of the injury. I was super depressed, all of that. If you don't believe me, I do have a 4-week, I do got to update that too to the show. But I have a 4-week transformation from when I started at the end of July to the end of August.
Yeah.
So, which is basically putting at 4 weeks, yeah, and then 2 extra weeks, boom, right into the yellow muscle. So check that out. I'm wearing yellow underwear. You can't miss it. But you'll see. I mean, I already had a frame, you know, so that was the benefit. It's not like I was, you know, on The Biggest Loser, you know, and just overnight, boom, bodybuilder. No, it wasn't like that at all. I already had a frame. I was just carrying a lot of water. I was carrying a lot of fat, especially around my midsection, around my love handles.
You also had a lot of stress.
I had a lot of stress, extreme. I actually started getting a lot of gray hair.
Yeah.
Extreme amount of gray hair. I mean, on the way to the show, my own mother,
She whispered it to me first.
she's like, "What's wrong with his gray hair?
No,
Why does he have so
like-
much gray hair?"
She's like, "It's coming out gray hair."
Yes, I do have gray hair, which is why I like to keep my hair short now. It's funny though, because sometimes I do like to have my ponytail.
Yeah.
And my hair does grow extremely fast.
Yeah, it does.
So I can have a ponytail within 4 or 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
If I let it grow out, if I use certain products, you know, this and that. But yeah, she was like, "Oh, why do you have gray hair?" And I told her, I was like, "Well, my fiance is 100% Filipino.
Stop.
She is 100% crazy." I tell you, this one causes me so much stress. But on a real note, no, I mean, it's just life sometimes, you know, working 2 jobs to support ourselves and bodybuild at the same time.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So that's one thing that a lot of people don't know too about this prep. On top of that 6 weeks, I was still working 4 a.m. to 1 p.m. and then 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. on a regular basis.
Yep.
With barely 1 day off. Barely. So this whole prep, I got about 2 to 3 hours of sleep every single day. I would get off work at 10 p.m. I'd shoot straight over to the gym, and I'd leave the gym about 12 to 12:30. I would wake up at 3:30, 3:45, and head straight to work. Started all over again. So, I mean, it did help with my metabolism, to keep my metabolism going, you know, those long days, but definitely that rest, that recovery wasn't there.
Nope.
So when I actually took off the 4 days before the show, I was able to sleep. And let me tell you, I was sleeping.
Yeah.
Like that first day off, I knocked out all day. Woke up and I went to the gym. I went from 2 a day to just 1 a day that day. But I woke up and my body had metabolized everything while I was sleeping. Boom, and I was just a lot sharper.
Yeah.
So imagine if I was to do that for 6 weeks straight. I feel like I would have been in a lot better condition. I did mention earlier too to a lot of people at the show, like I wasn't able to play with a lot of fats, you know, for this show. So I basically had to keep my carbs low. I didn't get a lot of carbs. I messed with rice cakes here and there. 7 grams lightly salted, 7 grams of carbs, which is basically like 1 gram of fat in that thing, something like that.
Yeah.
I couldn't play with a lot of almonds because it bloated me. Even a quarter cup of almonds bloated me. My body wasn't used to it being that close. I tried all the different flavors, yada, yada, yada. Didn't work. Avocados was way too messy, you know. For me, it was bloating me. Same thing. So towards the end, I was taking not even a tablespoon of peanut butter.
Yeah.
Like, it was unreal. Super unreal. So I would do like maybe 1 tablespoon of peanut butter per 4 or 5 rice cakes. So I would have 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. I'd have all my rice cakes lined out. I'd have my tablespoon of peanut butter, and I'd have my knife, and I would scoop off one little bit at a time, and it was super sad. Because I was at the gym one time doing it, and people were just looking at me. But, I mean, all in all, like I said, you know, I took second in my categories, you know, which I'm super, super, super stoked for. I am qualified again, you know, and now I can actually take a longer prep. I was gonna jump right back into, an off season, you know, straight off the get-go, just to grow. My good friend though, who's stuck by my side from the beginning, he never had no doubt, you know. He actually told me too, he's like, oh, I can't believe you did it, you know, I'm so proud of you, this and that, you know, which means a lot to me, because this guy is actually the reason I'm a bodybuilder. So I actually made a transition from MMA. I was literally 120, 130 pounds when I first started. Like, I was a tiny little dude. And he told me, oh, you got good, you know, good genetics in your back and all this for someone who doesn't lift. And I was like, oh, you know, okay, I don't want to be one of those yoked out monsters and scratch my back. No, that's exactly what I thought. I was like, nah, I'm good.
Is that really what you said?
You know, because big guys can't fight. You know, I was like, nah, I don't want. Yes, I was like, nah, big guys can't fight. I don't. Eventually, down the line, you know, I started lifting. As soon as I hit 160 pounds, you know, I was like every other dude. I was like, oh, look, selfie with my abs, you know, my little chesticles I got going on, you know. And then I didn't take it serious until I was actually in Valdosta, Georgia, on an Air Force base where there was nothing to do but lift. And the dudes that I would lift there with, cool dudes too, were power lifters and bodybuilders. So I pick up things normally really fast too. Like I can pretty much do everything if I set my mind to it. Like, that's one thing I love about myself. I'm passionate about everything I do. I'm able to adapt really quickly to any type of situation or anything I set my mind to. Yeah. So once I started bodybuilding, first thing I did, like everybody else, was Google and YouTube non-stop. First thing was, how do I get abs? That was the first thing. And I followed every little 1 week course, every little 6 week course.
Like those little workouts.
And they did not work, let me tell you that right now. The best way to get abs is to manipulate your body.
Diet.
That is what that means, diet. There's no workout that's gonna give you your abs as soon as you're done doing leg raises or, you know, ball crunches like I see.
I diet so hard sometimes and I don't even have abs.
I can diet in 1 week. My abs come right back. But yeah, so I Googled every possible thing. You know, like I wanted to be a sponge. I wanted to soak up everything. You know, and then I hit my first show back in 2014, 15. It might have been sooner than that. You know, I cannot remember, to be honest. I did my first show, and I weighed in at 179 pounds, I think. And I'm about 5'9" and 3/4 is what they, I was 5'9" and 3/4 is what they height me at. Normally I height at 5'11".
Yeah.
So maybe I shrank during prep. I don't know.
No, last night they did say 5'11".
No, they did not. 5'9". Well, whoever heights me always has me at 5'9" and 3/4. So I don't know, bro. You shortchanging me here. But that's fine, you know. Normally I like to just say 5'11" because yeah. But
you want to take a picture?
No. she's been dumb too. She's been really dumb. Anyways, we are not going there.
Okay.
So I weighed in. I was 5'9" and 3/4 what they heighted me. I was 179 pounds. I was one of the lower guys.
Sorry.
Or one of the lighter guys in the category. And this is actually when Classic first started. Excuse me. So they had the, what do they call it? Like the spanky shorts. the real low cut shorts. It wasn't the granny panties that I like to call it. You know, like that old classic physique butt. No, it wasn't those. It was those real shorts.
Like wrestling shorts?
Yeah, like Spankies. Like Spankies.
Yeah.
Which are really cool. I ended up taking first in my first show ever. Because I guess I was so skinny that when I actually cut, I was just so shredded. Like my abs were there, my delts were there, my back always had good proportion to it.
Yeah.
Legs actually took me a lot of work. So I know everyone tells me, oh, you got big thighs, you got this and that. I didn't always have them. Like genetically, my family does have big legs, but I guess because fighting and whatnot, like I just had chicken legs.
Yeah.
I worked my butt off to the point. I mean, leg day is still a love-hate relationship, but I do love every single muscle group, and I love to hit it all. But I busted my butt, you know, on legs. I don't know if y'all can see it now, but I actually busted my butt, you know, working legs. Like they were, if you don't believe me, I actually have, go all the way down on my Instagram, I do have before and afters.
He came
Where
on.
my arms were literally like string beans. Like they were wink. Like my arms were tiny. I was 120, 130 pounds. I knew girls that were bigger than me. But, you know, I set my mind to it. And after my first show, I was like, wow, this isn't as bad. You know, I can be fatigued and not have to punch somebody after weight cuts and fighting, you know. But it was, you know, a different battle in itself, like coming in tight and everything. It was hard dieting for the first time and still being at the show and not being able to eat what you want. Like it was new to me. But I decided to continue on after there. I came back to Hawaii in 2016. This is right after I actually tore my ACL, MCL meniscus back in Georgia. And I came back down in 2016, a year and a half after that injury. And I was able to do the Stingray Classic. Let me think, I can't even remember. I think I weighed in at 180 something pounds. And back in Georgia, I actually hit a total of 212 at a top weight in Georgia. And I came back after my injury. I weighed like 180 something on stage. 2016, I went up against, was it 16 or 17? It's either 2016 or 2017. I went up against Amron Kekahuna, who ended up taking first in our category, first in overall. Francis Blas, who took second, and then I ended up taking third on that show. So that was a really, you know, really good show to me, going up against a lot of bad dudes. Like, they were cool. The show I did after that was actually the Aloha Muscle, 2016 and 2017, one of those. I ended up taking fourth place, you know, in that show. So that was a bitter pill to swallow, because I was actually weighing in at 197 pounds at that show, which is a middleweight, and I was actually conditioned really, really good. Like I felt like my conditioning at that show was top notch. Ended up getting fourth place though, for whatever reason. I wasn't really what the judges were looking for that night, which is how it goes, you know. It's a bitter pill to swallow sometimes, you know. But I mean, you just gotta keep going.
Yeah.
You know, when life throws rocks at you, you just pick one up and throw it back. I have no idea what that means, but I just read it somewhere. Yeah, no, I kept going though, and that actually lit my fire so bad. I was actually a store manager of Vitamin World for over 10 years. I'm on a little shopping center, and I put in every single minute of PTO and sick leave that I had after I lost that show. So it all equated to about 3 months off, paid leave, 3 months off. So Vitamin World, yeah, they, you know, normally companies will only allow you a week or two at a time. Like I put everything in, 3 months. And I trained 2 to 3 times a day with bad intentions. I want to say, like, I let all this negativity consume me. It's actually how I lift. I think of bad shit, bad negative shit to push harder. You know, I might be a positive person, believe it or not, but I do believe in letting negativity fill you up to, you know, lift or something like that. So 3 months, you know, I ended up hitting 240 pounds, you know, in that little period of time, and coming back down to 203, you know, for the next show, which was, let's see, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, and then April. So 7 months. So out of that 7 months, I took 3 months straight just lifting, and literally, I took first. I lost the overall to that show to Taylor Shigemoto, who is one bad dude. Like, he went up to Pittsburgh Nationals, ended up taking 4 pro cards, you know, following that year. The dude's a bad dude. So it was an honor to step on that stage, and then I actually got to compete against my homie Vince, who I think right now is in Virginia Beach. So, and he's a bad dude too, let me tell you.
Yeah, I'm big. I didn't know you were that big.
I went to 240, came down to 203, within a matter of 7 months. So,
Yeah.
so it wasn't like I just did it this way, where I decided to go from almost 230, 6 weeks to 200 flat, which I haven't been.
That's insane.
That was the closest to 200, which is 0.5 off, that I've been in years. Yeah, so like bodybuilding has always, you know, always been good to me. The dude who got me into bodybuilding, you know, was super happy that I was staying consistent in it. So I want to give a big shout out to him, Joey. You know, I'm talking about you. You know, and I also have another dude who got me started. It was Leo Scanlan. My first show down here in Hawaii. Actually, he was the one who was helping me with it too. I can't remember if he gave me my trunks, my first trunks down there, because I pretty much came down with nothing except my dogs. So I don't know if he gave me my trunks, but I ended up doing that show with a lot of good people. Tiff Fit, NS Bang, Premium Coco, all of those dudes. If you know, Instagram their names, you'll see, you know, they're all about the sport too. So I did it with them. It was good. We went in as a team. It was super cool. But yeah, so big shout out to those dudes who stuck by my side. You know, didn't let me give up on myself, because there's times where it was hard and I doubted myself a lot. You know, because sometimes I feel like in my own head, I'm not adequate enough to step on stage looking like what I look like. You know, and sometimes I forget about how far I've actually come. Because when I look in the mirror, I only see, you know, something that is not perfected. Something that could always be better. And that is my downfall, you know, every single time. But at the same time, it's probably my best asset, because I'm always pushing and I'm always trying to be better. Every single time. And even in the gym with her.
Excuse me.
Even when I'm in the gym with her. Oh, you're good. I always tell her, push, baby. You gotta push harder. You gotta lift heavier. Stop lifting the same weight, babe. Do more. Stop doing glutes. Stop doing glutes for every workout.
I don't do glutes for every workout.
You wanna show them your glutes?
No, I don't.
Let me tell you, it's the first thing I saw on her. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I knew it.
I'm just kidding. That is not the first thing I saw on her. Actually, the first thing that caught my eye was his beautiful face.
No,
it was. Actually, the funny thing was, when I saw her, I was actually in prep.
We were both on prep.
We were both on prep. And she was on a machine. Let me tell you, normally I can't stand people who take their sweet ass time when I want a machine.
I was not taking.
And she was on the adductors, and I was leaning against the wall, and I was just waiting, And I was like, bro, like this little Filipino girl. And in my head, like I was so out of it from prep. Like I don't even know why I thought it was so ridiculous, but I was like, watch, I'm gonna end up marrying a girl like right here. And somehow, you know, I saw her at the show, you know, and I was like, oh shit, that's the girl from the gym. And you know, I told her congrats, and basically it was just how it started. Like it was crazy. We started lifting, you know, with friends, and after that we just clicked.
Yeah.
You know, I came out of a bad relationship of fucking psychotic people. She came out of a bad relationship. You know, so I mean it just worked out like for the best, to be honest. And I don't think we've ever told that story. Like everyone had their own opinions.
Yeah.
Some people thought I cheated
Some
on
people
my
still don't
previous
know.
ex with her,
Some
which
people
that has never happened.
Some people still don't know, and that's where it belongs.
Ooh. Nah. I mean, I don't mind putting it out there though, you know.
Yeah.
Like we met legitimately while we were single.
Yeah.
You know, like I
Yeah,
was spread
we
off
did.
my ex. My ex, let me tell you, my ex hit up all my friends telling them I cheated on her and all kind of BS.
Yeah.
You know, but I have good friends and they know the truth and they know how I am. So like everything was legitimate, you know, and we just clicked. So everything worked out the way, you know, the way it happened.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it was pretty hard at first. It really was, like coming out of bad relationships and not wanting to trust, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like the connection there was just so pure and just so strong that you couldn't even deny it. Like to me, it was just something I couldn't not chance, you know, letting my guard down, letting my walls down for, or something like that. So, you know, I'm happy that I did because I have.
Now you have a fiance.
I have a fiance and the greatest
I just said
life
that.
partner ever. It's my best friend, yo. My best friend. She does everything for me. I do everything for her. You know, if I have a problem, she's the first one I run to. If there's some girl I don't like pissing me off, first person I tell, and she'll go over there and she'll smack them.
No.
She's vicious. Don't even let her lie to you. Don't even let her lie to you. Oh, there was multiple times, girls, watch out, okay? There's been multiple times that we were sitting outside somewhere just eating, and I had this one broad just walk straight up and not even break eye contact and just looking at me like the whole way, just looking, boom, boom, and I was sitting right next to her.
Turning necks and everything.
And let me tell you how psychotic she got. Like she was ready to fly off that chair and smack a bitch. You see, she's crazy. Watch out. She carries a knife in her purse. She has a knife. She has a taser. She has pepper spray.
Baby,
like, watch out.
Stop telling my secret.
Watch out. Go click that. I tell you, she's crazy. So don't let her fool you. But you know, that was our breakfast mukbang. Mukbang.
We didn't.
First,
looks like we didn't even touch
first
that.
time ever. I can't even show you all the empty plates that's over here. You see one under here. You can see one under here. But that was our breakfast mukbang.
That was really good, babe. Thank you.
First ever. Thank you. So we are actually gonna be headed out a little bit later today because I do gotta run to Target. We're not getting a cart. That is the number one downfall at Target. You do not get a cart. You go for one thing, you get a cart, you leave with $400 worth of stuff. So we're going to Target for a few things, and then we're actually going to be headed. We're actually going to be headed back to Waikiki today, even though we were there last night all day long. The night
The
before,
day before that.
so we're headed back there to spend some family time, which is going to be fun.
See the kids.
See the kids, and then we'll actually be back here, right? Watching a movie.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do. That's what we do. So, you know, like I always say, guys, stay up, stay blessed,
Let's get it.
and let's get it. Go ahead.